Okay, so subtraction with regrouping. So let's look at this first example here. We have 5 7/11ths minus 3 5/11ths. So very similar to addition and subtraction, our first rule is we need a common denominator. So our rule 1 is we need a common denominator. Which we have, okay? Our rule 2 is subtract whole numbers, okay? Then subtract numerators, denominator stays the same, and last but not least, always simplify. So those are the steps. Very similar to addition, very similar to the subtraction that we've already learned. So, do we have a common denominator? Check. Yes, we do. We're good. Okay, next step, subtract the whole numbers. So 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay. Next, subtract numerators. 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, denominator stays the same. Simplify. Well, I can't really simplify this. 2 is a prime. 2 does not go into 11. So it's 2 and 2/11. So that's like a very simple version of this. Some people like to do it vertically. I personally grew up doing solving these guys vertically. And I'll just show you really quick. This is the same problem. Okay, so 5 minus 3 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2, all over 11. So that's just kind of a different look to it. Okay, so now let's look at a different example. So we have 8 2/5 minus 3 3/4. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and stack them vertically. Okay. So my first step is I need a common denominator. Right now I do not have a common denominator, so I want to give one to 5 and 4. So let's see. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 can go into 20, so that's our winner. So I'm going to write 20 as my new denominator. I'm going to go ahead and just move my whole numbers over because they don't change. They just stay the same. Okay? And now I'm going to convert. So how did I get from 5 to 20? Well, I multiplied by 4. So my new numerator is 8. How did I get from 4 to 20? I multiplied by 5. So my new numerator is 15. Okay, so now this is my new problem here. Well, I have a problem. My problem is I can't take 15 from 8, can I? 8's too small. But 8 has more money. 8 actually has $8 next to him. Okay, so what happens when you're at the arcade and you run out of change? Well, you take $1, right, from your cash, and you put it into the change machine and you get change. And that's what you're going to do here. You're going to take $1 from this 8 and you're going to go make change. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. So that you're going to take $1 from this 8, so now you're going to have $7 cash, and you're going to give that dollar to the 8/20ths to make change. Okay, so you're going to take $1. Just think about you're at the arcade. You took $1 cash, you're going to put it into the vending machine, and you're going to go get change. So now you have more than 8/20ths, so you have $1.08. Okay, so what do we, we really can't do much with this, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the clock method to make the change. So this is still going to remain a 7. This is going to be 20 times 1 is 20 plus 8 is 28/20. Note, the only difference between this and this is I took $1 from here and I gave it to the change. So now he's got more than $1 in change. That's why it's improper. Because I made change. This and this are equal. The only difference is I made change with that $1. I put it into a vending machine and I got a bunch of change back. So now I only have a $1 or $7 in cash and 28/20 in change. Now I can subtract. So now I can subtract 3/15/20. So 7 minus 3 is, hold on a second. Okay, hold on. I'm just looking at the book really quick. Yeah. So 7 minus 3 is 4. 28 minus 15 is 13, all over 20. So now you can give your friend some change. And when you give your friend some change, you're left with $4 and 13/20 cents, whatever that is when you calculate it. So let me show you a little bit of an easier example. I think you'll understand it if I use quarters. Okay, let's look at another example. So, you have $5.25 in your pocket. Okay, so this is 1/4 out of 4, $5.25. Your friend wants to take $2.75 from you. Do you have 75 cents to give? No, you only have 1/4. You're not in the mood to give your friend more money than he's requesting, okay? So what you have to do is you have to go make change so that you have more quarters so you can pay your friend 75 cents. Okay, so let's stack them up. All right. Just to review, you have $5.25 in your pocket. Your friend wants to take $2.75. Well, you have the $2, right? Because you have 5. But you don't have the 75 cents. You don't have enough change. So what you're going to do is you're going to go make change. You're going to take $1 from that 5. So now you're going to have $4 in your pocket. And you're going to give $1 to that change machine. When you give $1 to that change machine, you're going to use clock method. You are going to get, still have your $4, but now you're going to have 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5 quarters out of the total of 4 that you had before. So now you have 5 quarters because you had 1 before, then you made change, you got a 4 additional, so now you have 5 total. So this $1 is from the change machine. You took that $1 from the 5, you put it into the change machine, you heard ding, 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 and then what came out? 4 quarters. Plus you had that 1 already there, so now you have a total of 5 quarters. Does this make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay. So now I can subtract. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 5 minus 3 is 2 over 4. And then I can simplify this, right? Divide by 2, divide by 2, 2 and 1/2. So how much do you have left? You have $2.50 left after you paid your friend. How does this feel? Do you guys understand what I'm doing?
Yep.
Okay, because this is typically one of the harder lessons that I have throughout the year. Okay, let's keep going. This is an example of one that looks harder than it is. But if you analyze it, you'll see it's not that hard. So this person has $17.66 in their pocket, and somebody wants to take $10 from them. Okay? So somebody can take $10 from them. So what's 17 minus $10? $7. And then how much change do they still have in their pocket? They still have 66 cents in their pocket. Because remember, he didn't take any change. He just took dollars. So this looks harder than it is. Make sense? Okay, this is another one, but this is now it's kind of like flip-flopped. So check out this other example and you can see the difference here. Different now. Now the fraction is the second. First the fraction was the first one, right? Now the fraction is the second number. Okay, so you have $21 in your pocket. And your friend needs to borrow $9.75 from you. Well, you have the $9, but do you have the 75 cents? No, right? So you're going to have to make change. Okay? So you're going to get this $21, and you're going to go take $1, and you're going to go make some change. So when you make change, you're going to be left with $20 cash and 4 out of 4 quarters? How did I get 4 out of 4?
The 1.
That's 1.
That equals 1. Well, why didn't I choose 6 out of 6 or 7 out of 7 or 8 out of 8?
This is not equal to 1.
Well, 7 out of 7 is equal to 1.
The denominator is the same?
I need to get a same denominator. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I picked 4 out of 4.
Okay.
You know, and not 6 out of 6 or 7 out of 7. If this was a 7, I'd pick 7 out of 7. If this was a 9, I'd pick 9 out of 9. Does that make sense? So now I can subtract. So 20 minus 9 is 11. 4 minus 3 is 1 over 4. So you have $11.75 left after giving your friend some money. That makes sense? Any questions?